Hi, welcome to Books of Yarn. My name is Anna, and in today's video, as you can already tell from the title, I will be making my very first amigurumi turtle. The colors I'll be using for the body of the turtle, I'll be using this it's called Cozy Mainstay Chanel yarn, and this is the same yarn, but I've already used this. This is gray. So the very first this is one of three of the very first amigurumis I made. This one is for my daughter. My nephew has one, and I have one in the form of a keychain. Now, I also do own a crochet business, a small crochet business where I sell hats and bags. If you're interested, you can always check that out in the link below. Now, I'm not going to make this intro too long. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So you already know the yarns I'm using. I bought this on Amazon. This is my Safety Eyes. Based on recommendations, people normally recommend a 10 millimeter eye, but I'll decide because when I did my actual, these small eyes are very cute. They'll also look cute bigger, but I'll decide when I get as recommended by the yarn. I'm using an 8mm hook because, if not mistaken, when I made this, I did use an 8mm hook. I have a stitch marker. It is recommended that you use one of these yarn needles. They're better. I have my scissors. I don't have polyfill. I bought this a while back because I do make these. These are used with stuffings. I bought this on Temu. They come compressed like this, so in case this doesn't do, I have this and also have this as well. If they're still sealed, I'll just rest them at my feet. Get these out of the way. Now, since this is my first time, I did went ahead and watch a tutorial on YouTube, which I have my remote, which I might watch again. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. They normally start with the fins. So I'm gonna get started with the fin. I normally don't like getting too much of the paper tear because I saved these. While I crochet, I'm also gonna listen to this book, which I'm currently doing a reading vlog for. Really love it. And if you do enjoy the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I do post crochet videos on Wednesdays, and I do hope that you stick around. Now, since I like to have my feet elevated, I'm just gonna slightly turn away from the camera for a minute or two. And so it's currently 10. It's 9:59 right now. So I'm gonna do the first fin, and then I'm gonna do a check-in with you just to give you an update. So I was using the 8mm hook. It did not feel, it felt like the hook was too small. So I'm gonna try with a 9 because I might have been mistaken about the hook size I used earlier. Let's see. Okay, this feels a lot better. Finished making the first fin. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. I think it's 4 rows. Yeah, it is 4 rows, I think. Isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Alright. So I finished making the first fin, which is 4 rows. So far, as long as you know how to make a bucket hat, um, this will be pretty easy. The only difference is when you're doing amigurumis, as I've learned, I'm gonna use it as an example. When you're doing amigurumis, you know how like you would, let me just pull up this and show you. You know how you would yarn over with amigurumis? It's a yarn under like this, because this is, it the makes it the space between it a lot tighter than if you were to do a yarn over. So we're done with the first fin. This is for the front. This is a front fin. I'm gonna go ahead and make the back fin now, and then I will update you. I guess second time has to be the charm. So the second one for some reason was a lot harder to make than the first, and this often happens to me. Call this beginner's luck, but I finally finished both, and as you can see, they're both identical-ish, because based on the instructions, when you're doing it, this must be on both both of these must have this string on the same side. So this is what I did. I'm going to go ahead now and work on the fins for the back, which is, so the front fins have 4 rows, and the back 4 rows with a starting with 7 single crochet and ended with 28, and then the back fins have 3 rows starting with 7 single crochets and ending with 21. So I'm going to do those off camera, and then I'm going to give you an update and start working on the head of the turtle. All right, so I finished the back fins, and so here are all 4. Funny how one less row makes a big difference, because if you look at how these are compared to these. And another thing, when you watch someone making these on your phone or your TV, I thought that these would have been a lot bigger, but there's time to adjust the sizing when I do this the 10th or 11th or even second time. So now that we have, I made enough, because you're gonna have to attach these to the body, so I just wanted them to be long enough. So we're gonna do the head. While I was working on the back fins, I went ahead and we rewatched the video, so I know how to do the head. We're gonna do we're gonna do we're gonna do 4 rows of increase, and then for just 4 row, then we're gonna do 4 rows of increase, then we're gonna do 4 rows of 24, and then we're gonna start doing the decrease at row 9. That is after we've put the eyes in, which until I've done the head, I have not decided what eyes I'm gonna do that. So I will update you once I have my 8 rows. so this is what the front of my turtle face looks like. According to the instructions, I'm supposed to 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm supposed to put the eyes between 4 and 5. Also, for wing, I am loving it. I didn't think I would like it this much, but I do. So this is the eye. I'm gonna test it out to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they say between 4 and 5. So this is pretty much a good size, I guess. And then I'm supposed to count 7 between it, 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right here. I'm gonna consult with my video, because I could be wrong. Alright, so this is what the eyes look like. No matter what I do, it just ends up, okay, that's because this eye is off. Okay. This is what it looks like. I'm not really sure. It's okay, let me just count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 should be right here. So this is it. So this is it, and I'm still not sure how I feel about the eyes, but I'm gonna put on the thing, this thing that prevents it from getting undone. What is it, a stopper? Not even sure what way to get it done. Maybe this is too small. This one is too small. Oh, where did I take this one? So this is what it looks like, and it looks kind of weird to me. Let me know what you think. But I'm supposed to be decreasing now. So a while back I learned something that's called an invisible decrease. I'm not so good at it, but every chance I get to practice I do. So I'm gonna try to practice that, and I'll give you an update as to whether or not I did end up doing it as I work. And I'm gonna also from time to time be watching to ensure I'm not messing this up. Plus I will be listening to the book, which has been going good so far. If you crochet, let me know if you've made any amigurumis, or what do you crochet? Alright, so this is the final product of the head at 10, I think 10 rows. Let me just
leave a long tail.
Okay. Alright, since we're gonna attach the head to the body, I do have to leave a long tail. I'm not sure how long it has to be, so I left this much because I've watched this tutorial before, so I do know that I'm gonna need a lot. But I didn't even, I'm gonna do some. I think I do have to slip this off.
I'm just going to close it with a slip stitch into that next single crochet and then pull it through.
Alright, and I will also be leaving the link to the tutorial that I'm using to do this, just in case any of you want to learn as well. So I'm gonna watch how to do the body off camera, and then I will do it on camera because I don't think you'll find it fun watching me learn, though you are watching me learn. But I'm gonna do that off camera and then I will do it on camera. I think we're gonna be using this yarn next for the back, so I'm gonna watch her do it on camera, and then I'm gonna watch her off camera, and then I'll be back and you can watch me do it. All right, so I did went ahead and add the stuffings in the head off camera. Also, I totally forgot that the turtle was supposed to have a tail. My desk is getting crowded now, so I'm gonna go ahead and add and do the tail, which will be 4 single crochet in the magic ring, followed by an increase, then 8 single crochets for 2 rows. That's a total of 4 rows. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna do 6 rows of single crochets, starting with 6 and then doing an increase up to 36, and then I will do an update as to how the progress is going. So as you already know, I'm gonna get back to the book that I'm currently listening to, which shit has just gotten real, and all hell, as the kids like to say, has broken loose. So just to add a quick correction, earlier I said it would be 4 single crochet followed by 8. It is actually 4, then I did 1 single crochet followed by an increase twice, so in the tail that's 6, and then 2 rows of 6, and this is what my little tail looks like, something that I could put on my thumb, which is weird. So update, we have the head and lots of string. We have 2 front fins, 2 back fins, and we have a tail. So if I'm not mistaken, I said I started at 9:10. I started at some 59, 11:59. No, it couldn't be 11:59. It has to be 10:59. I started at some time, but it's currently 12:21 right now, and I'm gonna start working on the back, which they say is always a different color. It kind of pops more. So let me just get that started, and then once I'm done, you know what I'll do. I wanted to talk more throughout this video, but I don't know what to talk about, so I just stopped to do updates. I'm also accepting video requests. If there's any pattern you'd like me to try, you can make your suggestions and leave them in the comment, but I'll see you once I've done 6 rows. 6 rows, and the last time I checked I needed to start working in the front loops only. So I'm gonna get my remote because I'm also gonna have to consult with the video as to how I proceed. I've tried watching it entirely, but that doesn't really help me because I keep forgetting a step or two, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist. If you've noticed so far, this is my first attempt and I'm doing very well because, you know, I'm not gonna call it beginner's luck. I'm just talented when it comes down to this. As long as I'm watching someone do it. If I was to just look in a book and do this, this would have been a big mess. So I'm gonna get my remote. I'm gonna watch the next few rows, and then I'm gonna come back and you can watch me. I think that's the best thing to do because I don't want you to watch me watching. But I'm gonna do that and then I will get back to all of this. Alright, so I'm back, and remember I said I didn't want you watching me. It turns out that there is I'm gonna have to leave space to attach the feet, and I can't do that without watching the tutorial, which I think I'm probably gonna get my computer, put it on my desk. That way I can watch it from my computer instead, which will make me look in this way instead of that way. So I think that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do, because this part I definitely have to watch to know how to do it. And so I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I think that's best. All right, so I got my computer. I have to move this book. I have too many things on this desk. I'm planning on getting a bigger desk because like an L-shaped desk, because that way I can work this way and that way. But I'm kind of a minimalist, because if I get an L-shaped desk, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this one, and that's one of my biggest problems as to why I have not fully decided as yet, because I don't want to get rid of this, and I pretty much don't know how to get like stuff resold. I don't know who I would be able to give it away to or something, but let me, okay, these can stay here. I don't want to be blocking my beautiful face. I think I have a shelf somewhere here. Okay. All right. So YouTube, where art thou? Right. Okay. It is supposed to be in my history because it is supposed to be in my history. Why isn't it in? Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, I found it. So I'm gonna get back to my book and I'll update you as time progresses. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a color change now. So I'm gonna cut off the gray. And I'm not sure if I mentioned about the back loop, that I only work in the front loop now. a minute ago, so I'll be working in the back loop that I stitched off earlier. So I'm gonna unpin. Okay. Pull through my white. At first, when I first started crocheting, I did not like color change, but as time progresses, I got used to it. Then I'm gonna tighten, pull down on the gray. Okay, this is 2 ends. I think I cut this too much. And this back loop here, I'm gonna go down and do single crochets into it, which should be fun. The first stitch after any color change is always kind of the stick. I bought these on Temu, and for some reason they don't seem to be holding, but I don't need it anymore, so I guess I'm fine. So push down. Did I pull through the gray? Oh, shit. I wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to pull through this white. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an update once I'm at the end of, once I finish working in the back loops only. Alright, so this is what it looks like with the back and the first row of the, gets the underbelly. So I'm gonna, oh, this is the hard part. I'm gonna do this part off off camera, and then I will give you an update as to how it went. I think that is, I kind of think that would be best. Alright, so I finished row 9, and this, what I basically did is I did 3 single crochet, chain 3, skip 3, I did 7. So these are just spaced. This is for the tail, the back legs, and the 2 front legs. Now I'm going to start decreasing to make the underbelly. So that's 2 rows of decrease, and then I'm going to see how she attached the legs, and then, or better yet, I'm going to attach the legs. I don't know. I like the whole idea of you watching me do it, but I'm going to watch her attach the legs, and then I'm going to decide if I want to do it on camera or off camera, because, you know. So for some reason I'm not getting the 10th row right. So I'm gonna count off with stitch markers exactly where I need to do the decreases. Also, I need to ensure that I do have 36 stitches, which I think is important. So once I've verified that I have 36 stitches, I'm gonna put some stitch markers in where I need to do the decrease, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the 2 rows of decrease off camera while I see how to attach the tails and legs. So to make a quick confession, it did take me about an hour to finally realize what I was doing wrong. The row after these holes, I kept missing a loop, um, because when you do yarn under, it makes the stitches really tight, and then some of them were chain one and chain stitches, which are really hard to work into. So as a way to know how to make the sew on the fin, I watched and did this one off camera. So I'm gonna do the rest of them on camera. So let me see, let me just ensure that I have to find the front. So the front is right here, and I'm just gonna follow the person and just do my fins the way they do their fins. I guess after making a few of these for myself, I will basically decide or I'll know which way I prefer. But she does her she puts this part outward, which I think looks probably realistic. I don't know, I don't remember, but I'm trying to ensure that they're equal. So I'm trying to look how I'm trying to look just to see how far in I put mine. I want to ensure it's angled correctly. Try and ensure that they are okay. This looks like it, and so okay, this looks. Let me just flip this over a little bit. Yeah, this looks like it. Or maybe that's too far in a little. Okay, for a minute, I'm gonna forget the whole being perfect part of this and just do it. Because eventually, after doing this more and more, I will get better. I would hope so. So since this is not a tutorial, I'm not really gonna walk you through what I'm doing. I'm just gonna sew on the fin. So you're just sewing through the fin across to link it. And I'm gonna finish up doing this to the rest of them, to the rest of to the back fin and the tail, and then I'll finish up the belly of the turtle. So I'm tying off the fin because I did the tail already. So there's yarn on my lip. So in the video that I'm watching, these two back fins are supposed to be flipped inwards, but I end up doing them like this, and like, I don't know, because they're supposed to be flipped inward, so these are supposed to be identical, but this is it so far. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm seeing it coming along. I don't know. I know maybe after I've made another one, then I can, fully assess it. But so far, I'm liking it. So I'm just gonna finish the belly, and then I'm gonna stuff it up, and then I guess it's time for me to attach the head. Alright, so it's time to start adding the stuff in, so I'm gonna add it in now. I don't know how much exactly I'm gonna use, but I like to tear it apart when I'm adding it in. What I like is this stuffing is really soft. I don't think I'm gonna need any more than this. Okay. I'm gonna close out the belly now and learn how to attach the head.
Start with the body.
Alright, so this is a little small space that is left, and from making this, I do know how to close this, and I actually have a way that I like doing it best that leaves it flawless. So to see if muscle memory will help me, I will try to attempt it. Now look at that. So I'm gonna put it through. I really don't like this little space right here. And this little space is why you ensure that you do the yarn over, the yarn under, not the yarn over. But this was my first time, and so I won't judge myself too harshly. Well, take it off, and then I'm supposed to kind of stick it in. Now this is what it looks like headless, and now I have to sew on the head. So I'm supposed to get some needles to stick it in place. I have to check on that, but I'm gonna see if I could get some needles, and we're gonna work on attaching this to the body. Since for the most part all the needles I own are crochet needles. I don't have any pins. These are gonna, they're just gonna have to make do because I totally forgot about the pin part. She says, you don't have to, but it's best to hold the head in place so you, the lines are aligned and stuff. So, let's see. Alright, so I want the eyes to be here. So the eyes are gonna be here, like this. I don't even know how to hold this in place, to be honest. Well, let me just do it. Okay, let me do it from the back. Okay, that's one. See? Oh my god. My earbuds are falling off. Alright, so I'm just gonna have to struggle and get it done. I think that is something that I'm just gonna have to struggle with for, you know, for now. Or better yet, I'm gonna just do this off camera and then I'll just meet you back once I'm done.
Hey, welcome to...
Alright, so I'm just putting, so I attached the head, not quite the best, or I'm still just weaving, putting this through. So I attached the head. I'm not really sure this is how my turtle is supposed to look, but this is it. I guess as time progresses, it will get better. I hope. I'm also not sure how I feel about making another one because I'm not sure if it's because I was doing this for a video. It took some time, and I normally, even when I make crochet sweaters, I don't like working in like panels or anything where I have to attach anything. Call me lazy, but I don't like having to attach stuff. So this was definitely not the funnest thing to do for me. One good thing though is that I did get to listen to a big portion of my book that I'm listening to, so there's that. And I'm also working, I got to work towards one of my 2024 goals, which is to, you know, branch out from just making hats and bags and stuff for my crochet business. So this is the finished product. I'm still not sure how I feel. The head I know for sure is not done right, but the back for the attachment of the head is not done as I would like, my perfectionist self would like. I don't like this space thing here, But I guess as time progresses and I learn to put the head on right, it will kind of hide that. This is due to me not doing the yarn under instead. But since this turtle will go either to my daughter or my nephew. But if I give my nephew, I'm gonna have to make one for my daughter. If I give this to my daughter, my nephew's gonna want one. So I guess I'll be keeping this for myself until I make more. But at least I learned to make something else today or this year. Alright, so I'm gonna end the video right now, and I do hope you have a wonderful day, month, year, minute, time, second, and I do hope I see you in my another video. And if this video was long, I really do apologize. Now, I did say everything I needed to say. Toodaloos, have a wonderful day, and I hope I see you again sometime.